Welcome back to West Texas View.
We were talking just before the break about how the U.S. News and World Report had designated UTPB in the top tier universities for the past 4 years, and that is a huge importance, and especially for a young college like UTPB.
Yes.
To receive that.
Yes. This is the Western region, but it's master's degree granting institutions, so they don't compare us to universities offering doctoral degrees. Just master's degree would be the highest, but it's a great honor to be recognized in that top tier for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
So we are offering quality programs.
Yeah. Well, we need to talk now about actually applying. And before we do your set, I want us to talk. Oscar, did you find the application process and the entry process was fairly smooth, or was it complicated?
For me, it was fairly smooth. And when we come in for orientation, they help us along the process if we're interested in finishing our application, which is what I did right off the bat. When I was done with orientation, I just signed in because I knew that this is where I wanted to be. And the fact that all the offices are next to each other, it was just going right next door to finish your application. So it was fairly easy for myself.
So you didn't have a lot of confusing directions and have to go over on this side of the campus and this side?
Not at all, not at all. They were all connected, so it was fairly easy to go along.
And I just think that is amazing that he came over just to check out colleges and then found the first one he visited. He landed there and has loved it ever since and became the head student, the student senate president. But now let's get back to applying. It's time to apply for fall right now.
It is.
You don't wait. And
That's
you
right.
must apply now for financial aids by filling out the FOSFA. So talk about that a little bit.
Well, to apply, you go to applytexas.com and just as you do any other state institution, and send it to UTPB. And of course, the earlier that you apply and get admitted, the earlier we can offer you some scholarships.
And don't wait too late or we'll run out.
That could happen. That could happen. And with the financial aid too, you want to, as soon as your parents or you, if you're an independent, get your taxes completed, because you have to have that completed before you can do the FAFSA. And so get that in. There's things that they do at the federal level, the verifications. There's a certain percentage of students that get selected for verification, which means they ask you for more documentation. And so you don't want to delay, because if you get chosen for verification, that could really slow up your financial aid. So,
and we're not talking about just loans or scholarships or grants, but we're also talking about jobs.
That could be.
Because there's part-time jobs on campus and off. Now let's talk about Falcon Day. And I bet the Student Senate has a lot to do with Falcon Day.
We do have a lot of interaction with the incoming candidates. We are privileged to have a tour of the campus, and that's where Student Senate gets involved. And also we host what's called the Falcon Panel, and it's where we give the opportunity to the candidates to ask us questions as students, and the admissions office has some questions for us that they would like us to answer to different students. So we do have a lot of interaction, and for me, I really enjoy that process because I feel is real student giving real students answers.
It's student to student, and they feel more comfortable asking some of these questions that they might think it was a dumb question to ask somebody else. But explain to us the concept of Falcon Day.
Falcon Day is a day to come and see for anybody, transfer students, parents, sophomores, juniors, seniors, grandparents,
guardians. And that will be on February the 22nd.
We'll have more, but the next one is on February 22nd. And so it'll start with a little presentation kind of overall about the campus. You'll hear from different departments. The president typically does a welcome if he's in town, if he's available. And like financial aid will have a presentation. And then there will be an information fair where we'll have tables set up where they can go
Yeah.
visit all the departments, the academic departments, from student housing to the
Intramurals,
counseling setting,
anything.
intramurals. Yes, they learn more about
Clubs,
campus.
organizations.
Yes, yes, and then we'll have lunch, and then they do the tour, and like Oscar said, the panel, which is really, you know, when they hear it from the current students about their experiences at UTPB, is a nice close to the day.
Yeah, and that's when they really open up. After I've seen all this and I'm so confused, then I can get the straight scoop from the students. Well, one of the things though that as a parent, when Joni was ready to go to school, one of the things I wanted to do was to satisfy myself that she was getting a quality education, that she was getting that she had access to some of the things that would round her out. That meant give her good interaction with other students. I wanted her to have a cosmopolitan campus so that she began to meet people from other areas. Well, the last 2 weeks we've had students from Utah, from Washington State, from Puerto Rico, and so that really would answer that question for me as a parent also. And then the next thing is I just want to know that they're safe. And the good security police that the housing department told us about last week is really an important component. Talk to us a little bit about the food service, because that's what all the kids want to know about.
Well, the food service operates out of the Student Activity Center. We have a variety of meal plans available. Our new freshmen that are living in student housing are required to be on a meal plan. We're finding that other students, though, continue on that meal plan, even though they're not a freshman. They offer a nice variety. They have the grill, they have the hot entrees, you know, and it's you can get vegetables.
It's almost like going to a food court. You can go and get chicken, or you can get
a salad or
whatever.
yes, yes. And so, and, you know, that's an opportunity again to socialize with your classmates and your friends, and you see people and go, oh, you know, can we get together and study this afternoon? You know, it's just a place where they can interact.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the fact that there's clubhouses at the dormitories where they have room for tutoring and study and things like that, because you can't always study in a dorm room.
Right.
And then the library is a very nice feature now that we've got that. We have about a minute left. Is there anything that either one of you would like to say as we're closing out this program?
I would like to say that I feel that UTPB set me up for success. Everything is geared towards where you have access to your professors, to your tutors, and no matter what your background is, they will help you along the way to achieve that where you want to be.
That's a great testimony, isn't it?
And it's true.
No wonder you brought him along. Anything you want to say? We've got 30 seconds.
Come to Falcon Day on February 22nd and come
Okay,
check it
great.
out.
I am so grateful for them coming up here, and you're going to be meeting some more people from UTPB next Sunday. Join us then.
Thanks for joining us for News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery. This has been a public affairs presentation of KWAB TV and KWES TV.